that eliminated him from playing in the rest of the season. So can David Johnson step back into the role that he once was? And he's already got paid, so he doesn't have to worry about, I'm in a contract year, I got to get paid or anything like that. He's still getting his money. And you would think that he's going to get probably fed the ball a little bit more, being that there is another rookie quarterback that is starting, for this team. And I brought up the wide receivers because you have to find, and maybe you got it in Christian Kirk, a replacement for Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald, this is probably his last year. If not, I think next year will definitely be his last year. But you have to have someone that you're going to be able to move on or move to from Larry Fitzgerald. And we could see that in Christian Kirk possibly this year. And Larry takes a big step back, and the kid gets in there and establish himself, and then him and Kyler maybe have a great connection. So, and then the coach. You got a coach in Cliff Kingsbury who, people look at his record in college. They're just saying he wasn't that great of a coach, but now he's going to bring this air raid offense to the NFL, and he got his guy and Kyler Murray, and, they're just going to change the game up. I'm not ready to buy in on that because there was another coach that had a lot of success in college and had a system, and they brought it to the NFL, and it did not work, and that was Chip Kelly for the Philadelphia Eagles. I remember, everyone was so excited to see, how he was going to do in the NFL, and after a few games, people start just like, and also, let's not forget, shipping Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin and LaShawn McCoy out, he was not on people's good side. So, the jury is going to be out, and I think he's going to be judged probably harshly because you got rid of Steve Wilkes, and you just basically just saying, I said Steve, yeah. You got rid of Wilkes, and you're basically saying you made a mistake on that, and people are going to look at you and say you can't make two mistakes that quick. So Arizona Cardinals, they are going to, definitely need to prove everybody wrong, but it's not a prove this year. It's a prove by year 3, for Kyler Murray that they were right and everybody was wrong. Now let's get to the two teams that are valid or relevant, I should say, in this division, and that is the Seattle Seahawks. And we'll touch base on the LA Rams in just a moment. Seahawks will be the Seahawks. I think it seems like an old broken record with the Seahawks. It seems like we're always talking about how what are the Seattle Seahawks going to do at receiver? Remember, it was questioning Doug Baldwin, and Tyler Lockett. Now Baldwin is, retired. I guess almost retired. It's not official, but what are the Seahawks going to do at wide receiver? So they got those same questions now. You got a guy in DK Metcalf that they are going to probably lean on, but they're more than anybody. They're probably going to lean on Tyler Lockett. And he'll probably be their leading receiver for this team. But they're going to be a run-heavy team as well. So you got Rashard Penny, you got Chris Carson, and then don't forget Russell Wilson. That he is not running as much as he used to, but can he pull his magic? Can he keep them in the running? I mean, like I said, they were 10-6, and a lot of those games, they gutted them out. Those not blowout games that they were accomplishing during the season. But if there's any team that reinvents themselves, if there's any team that re-ups, if there's any team that is able to do it other than the Patriots, I give credit to the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, they re-signed Bobby Wagner, so he should be retiring as a Seahawk. He is, all over the field, left, right, up, down, in, out, around, about, however way. He is, wherever the ball is, Bobby Wagner is going to be there. So they re-sign him, so that is good for their defense. And they're going to need it because I think they're going to be a heavy run and then there's going to be defense. So there's going to be a lot of low-scoring games for the Seattle Seahawks. Now that leads us to the reigning NFC Championship LA Rams. And they are coming off, a really poor performance in the Super Bowl. And so they've been walking around with a bad taste in their mouth at this point. And it may continue. Todd Gurley, we still really don't know anything about Todd Gurley as far as like the knee. Anything detailed wise, Todd has said he's good, and he's just going to take his time and then go out there and play the game like he knows how to play it. Jared Goff, he's in another year. Can the quarterback whisperer Sean McVay do it again? Cooper Kupp, they're going to get back. They didn't have him for the Super Bowl or the playoffs, so they'll get him back. How is he going to be in this offense as well? And on defense, you kept a lot of guys. You did lose Ndamukong Suh, and he's in Tampa Bay right now, but they will be all right. You got to keep Talib. And then I apologize. When I did the AFC West, I actually said that the Broncos had to keep Talib, and I just made a mistake there. I knew he wasn't there anymore. But you got Talib Khalid and Peters back again on the corner spot. And Sean McVay, you are what you are. You are a pretty good coach. And now with this season, this is the expectations. Can you live up to the expectations? I think a lot of people said the LA Rams were on their way and they were, a team that you had to look out for. But when you make it to the Super Bowl, then that following year, even though you lost, people are going to be looking for you. People are going to try and make their name off of you. So trying to fulfill those expectations, they should be the ones that you put on yourself, but you are going to hear some of the outside noise from people. Can you live up to those expectations? So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The NFC West, the Rams, the Seahawks, the 49ers, and the Cardinals. And next week, we're going to be getting into and finishing up both divisions in the North, NFC and AFC North, so you don't want to miss that. Make sure you tune back in Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on X Squad Radio Network for that. So I want to end the show with this. And I told you we were going to talk Browns talk. And Freddie Kitchens was talking to the media, and he basically was talking about leaking information and that's not going to happen here. That's not going to go down. We're not playing that game, and if anything gets out for any Brown staff member saying anything, you're going to get fired. You're done. You're out. You're going to get fired. And I know it's a school night, but kids, give it up for Mr. Freddie Kitchens because what he's trying to do, and I appreciate what he's trying to do, what he's basically trying to do is create a force field. He does not want any outside influence to impact the internal nature of the football team. This franchise has been doomed for years. And just recently, in the past 3 or 4 years, with the losing and everything that was going on, they are finally on the right path. They went through all these head coaches. They went through all these general managers. And it seems like they have the right general manager. They got the right nucleus. They got their quarterback. They got their coach. They got their running backs. They're changing their fortune. But with that change, comes expectations. With that change, then other eyes are on you. And with that change, you have to be able to monitor and handle situations a lot different than before. And I that's why I say I applaud Freddie Kitchens, because he's trying to nip this thing in the butt. He's like, look, we got a bunch of stuff on our plate already. We're not going to we're not going to add more. We're not going to be leaking stuff, to now they bring in some other story. If they bring up something about Odell, if they bring up something about Baker, if they bring up something about, anyone on the defense, Greedy Williams, he just got there. Something, that can interfere. So I like how he set the tone. I like how he went out there and just told everyone that this is what it's going to be, and he's going to, hopefully he sticks to his word. That if he got to smash somebody out, he got to smash them out and send them on their way and cut them. So the Browns, I'm telling you, there are a lot of things that the Browns are doing very well for a team that hasn't had a lot of success lately. So it remains to be seen if it works. But no leaks. That would be awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. But before we go, because it is, and this is the third time, I told you I'd do it 3 times, because it is Miss Mocha Bella's birthday, and again, happy birthday, Mocha, I would be remiss if I didn't do a Big L Award. So, this is for Mocha Bella. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the Big L Award. And the Big L Award, if you do not know what that is the Big Loser Award. And we give that out to people who does something loserous. And we have all done it. I have given it to myself. I even gave it to my daughter, of all people, to give the Big L Award out. But sometimes it just happens and you just got to take it. So it's no different. And we're not going anywhere. We don't have to go visit anyone. We don't have to jump in the mobile home. Wait a minute show. We don't have to jump in the negative G5 and fly anywhere. We can do this right from the airways, right where we're standing in the Lion's Den studio. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a little bit overdue, but I'm still going to go back and get them for this. So, Steven Jackson, if you remember that name, and we were just talking about the Rams. Steven Jackson played for, at that time, the St. Louis Rams, and he also played for the Atlanta Falcons, running back. And he's been gone for a while. And when I say a while, I mean a while. And like a lot of guys, which is nothing wrong, they want to retire and they want to have that last contract to say, you know what, I've ended my career where I started, or I ended my career with a team that I really love. And that is what Steven Jackson did. He signed a 1-year contract with the Rams so he could go out in style like he felt that he should go out and go out as a Ram, because that's where he had a lot of his success. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. And then all of a sudden, for some reason, because he did sign this contract, and it could have been coincidence, but I don't care, you're still going to get it, is he gets nominated and selected for a random drug screening test. You say, huh? You say what? You say how? That's all I got to ask. The brother hasn't played in years, ladies and gentlemen. Why is his name even in the docket? Why is his name out on the table somewhere? Why is it written in pencil, folded up, maybe in a hat? I do not understand that at all. You have this man's name out there and you know good and well he's not going to be playing in the league. And then you select him to do a random drug screening? Of course he turned it down. I'm sure he probably laughed at him. I hope they did not send anyone out to his house at this point, because you're going to get the door closed in your face if you do something like that. I have not understood what they are doing with these drug screening tests. People are getting selected way too many times that should not get selected. And the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. And then you're going to top yourself by choosing someone that has been retired, unofficially, but retired for years? Really? Really drug testing people? Really, P-Man? Really? So, ladies and gentlemen, we can't let that ride. We can't let them get away with that. Hey, it's a little bit delayed, but we still make up for it. So, for the NFL, sending out a notice that P-Man was going to be coming to your house and you ain't played a hot doggone game in years, you got to take this Big L award.
See? Another loser.
Indeed.